So Democrats are still hashing out why Kamala Harris came up short in 2024. Senator Bernie Sanders is not holding back on that. Listen.
I think it's very hard to say that Kamala Harris ran a campaign that spoke to the needs of the working class and was prepared to take on corporate greed and the oligarchs.
BlueStack Strategies founder Maura Gillespie joins us now. Maura, what would your take be as to why Kamala Harris lost the last time around?
I think in a lot of ways, both she and the Biden administration were gaslighting Americans into thinking that things were going better than they really were. And that was reflected in the lackluster support she received. Again, you can look at the fact that she had a very short window to run her campaign, but by and large, it didn't feel as though she was meeting people where they are or where they were at that time. And I think that plays into it. The Democratic Party had gotten so insulated and so into their bubble following the years of Obama and really thought that they were untouchable in a lot of ways. And then they found out they weren't. And so I think that what Kamala Harris failed to do was to recognize the needs of people. And even if she thought the economy was improving and her administration said that they were, the Biden administration said it was improving, Americans weren't feeling it. And failing to recognize that and to really relate to people and meet them where they are, going out there and doing the conversations that are hard and understanding the real struggles people were feeling at the time was a big part of her downfall. And Bernie Sanders is pointing out what really Mamdani has been doing. Whether he can actually deliver on those promises he's making, he's at least listening to people in New York City. And that's why he'll probably become the next mayor.
Arizona's junior Democrat Senator Ruben Gallego was asked whether he would support Kamala Harris running for the big office once again in 2028. Here's what he had to say.
She would be a strong candidate also in 2028, and that's going to be left up to the primary voter to decide.
But would you encourage Vice President Kamala Harris to run?
I would probably talk to a lot of candidates and see where they are. I can't say I'll encourage her right now because I want to see what her policy positions are and make sure they align with the voters of Arizona, make sure it's a winning message. But I wouldn't rule it out.
He could have said yes. He didn't. Interesting that he said he would talk to a lot of candidates. What do you think, Maura?
Certainly hedging his bets there, right? I mean, he doesn't want to endorse. It's really what the Democrats are doing. They're not sure where they're headed. And so they're not ready to commit to anyone by and large. And they're scared almost, it feels like, to put their support behind someone because they're just not sure which direction the party is going right now. I think that part of the thing that he, what he said right there at the very beginning of his answer was, if she becomes the nominee. Well, when she became the nominee, it was through an appointment, not necessarily Democrats going to the polls and saying, this is who our primary or our candidate should be. We want this candidate. And I do think that played a big part of it, too, as far as the democratic process. She wasn't democratically elected to be the nominee. And so can she get through this one? She ran before, didn't get through. She dropped out. I think she was one of the first ones to drop out. So can she do it this time? I don't know that answer.
Everything was supposedly great with Joe Biden while he was in office. And then her book comes out. And now all of a sudden things were not so good.
Well, and that's another thing you point out, right? It's this trustworthy factor that Kamala Harris really struggled with, is that people didn't feel like they could trust her. And then you have this book that comes out and it says, oh, so you were just, pretending to go along to get along. I mean, I don't know how voters view that, but I would say that it's the trustworthy factor that certainly rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah. Maura Gillespie, BlueStack Strategies. Maura, thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.